everyone. We're going to go ahead and take a look at how to perform moderation using regression. So what is moderation? It's basically a relationship, or moderation occurs when there's a relationship between two variables and a third variable exerts its influence upon the first variable's relationship with the dependent variable. So the effect of a moderating variable is characterized statistically as an interaction, typically, as we typically think of interactions when we're thinking of ANOVA, but we can perform interaction analysis in regression. And so the direction or magnitude of the relationship between the independent variable and dependent variable is influenced by a third variable in this case, just like in moderation or interaction terms for ANOVA. So for our particular analysis, we're going to use three continuous variables, two of which are predictor variables. Now in regression, predictor variables, you can think of them as like independent variables. In our case, however, we are looking, one will be an independent variable and one is a moderator variable. And then the dependent variable in regression analysis, we refer to these as criterion variables. And our independent variable will be age, and the moderator will be years in school, and the dependent variable would be conservatism. Okay, so basically we're hypothesizing that age is positively related to conservatism. So the older one gets, the more conservative they become. However, we believe that the number of years a person spends in school can influence the amount of effect age has on conservatism by reducing the amount of conservatism a person might have. So the negative B coefficient for the interaction predictor will indicate that conservatism becomes less positive with increasing years in school. So even though you may be, as you get older, become more conservative, that will be influenced by the fact that maybe you've spent more years in school. So you may not be as conservative as maybe your counterpart that didn't spend as many years in school. Okay, so let's take a look at how we actually perform analysis in this. And so for our data, we have continuous variables: age, the number of years in school, and political views, right? So higher numbers in political views indicate more conservative. So to make our comparisons, we need to actually center our independent variable and our moderator variable. And the way to do that is, first we need to conduct descriptive statistics to find their means. And so we're going to go ahead and put in the age. Let's see, where did it go? My goodness, where did age go? Seems to be missing. Oh, it's in there. Sorry. Pardon me. I already had it in the variable view. I was looking over here for it. I imagine I ran analysis for it earlier. So we're going to get descriptive. So we can find the means for age and the highest year in school. So on average, how many years at school people spend. So we're just going to get the simple analysis, the means, so that we can center our variables. And by that, by centering a variable, you would take the mean and subtract the mean from each variable, so their mean, so to center them. So first you would go to transform, compute variable, and let's see, we're going to go ahead and call it centered age. And let's put in our age variable. And go ahead. And now we just simply subtract the mean age from the age variable. So subtract 45.56, and that will give us our centered variable. And we'll do the same for years in school. So centered let's see here. We'll just say school years. All right. And then we'll subtract 13.25. Okay. And now we need to create an interaction term. And to do that, we multiply our centered variables, right? So, let's see. We'll put age, school years, interaction. So we take our age, multiply it, pardon me, and school years. And then just click OK. Now we have our three variables that we want to make our comparisons. And it's pretty simple. You just analyze, go to Analyze, and select Regression in Linear. And our dependent variable is the amount of conservatism a person has. And we'll put in our centered variables, so age, school years, and then our interaction term. And for statistics, we want, let's just go ahead and put our confidence intervals. We really don't have to have them, but descriptives and part and partial correlations. And then select continue. And, oh, we could always do plots. And then continue. And we do want a 0.05 alpha level, so we'll just go ahead and keep the default and select OK. So first we have our correlations, of course, and we want to see if we have significance in our ANOVA, which is significant. And here is the box we're kind of most interested in once we discover whether or not we have significance. Because we want to see the relationships here. Now, we said that the older one gets, the more conservative they would be, so we do see a positive number here. However, less conservatism would be associated with more years in school, and we can see a negative relationship here. And then our interaction term here, and we do see that we have significance for all three. So we'll go back and take a look at that. And so basically we can interpret this as age is positively related to conservatism, and on average individuals increase in conservatism 0.010 percentage points per year. And then for years in school, these are negatively related to conservatism. Individuals tend to decrease in conservatism 0.021 percentage points per each year in school. And the negative B coefficient for the interaction predictor indicates that conservatism becomes less positive with increasing years in school, right? However, we should take note, even though we saw that we do have significant outcomes, we should look to see how much of an effect we have. How strong are those relationships? By looking at their effect sizes. And we can find those effect sizes under the area where it says part here. A small effect size would be 0.1, whereas a large effect would be 0.5. And you can see that age has a small effect, and even the other indicators are even smaller. So we don't have a very strong relationship with this particular data set. And that's how you would run a moderation analysis in SPSS using regression. Thanks for hanging out with me again. See you next time.